Welcome back. This is Todd.
And this is Dixie Wife Elise.
And in our element with part 2 to hiking terms, a little more obscure terms than the first ones.
Obscure like us.
Here we go. So part 2 to hiking terms.
We're doing it again.
As if you know, or as if there wasn't enough to begin with, the stupid ones. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Never mind. Anyway. Aqua blazing.
Aqua blazing is when you decide that you're too lazy to hike anymore and you feel like hiking with your arms instead, and you take a kayak or a canoe down the trail or close to the trail route instead of hiking it.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, access trail.
Access trail is usually a blue blaze. It'll take you to trailheads, to adjoining trails, sometimes to water, to a privy. There's usually a sign underneath the blaze telling you what it's taking you to.
There you go. Aquamira.
What I take a bubble bath in. Now, tablets, you do not put them in your bathtub. You put them in your water that you got from your water source. It's a 2-tablet system. You get the rest.
It's a 2-tablet system to use to purify water in place in case your water filter fails.
Yeah, he's the nerdy one. He can give the nerdy, boring descriptions. Go ahead.
Backcountry.
The woods. You're out in nature. No roads nearby, no cities, no houses, sometimes no frickin' cell service, right?
Definition of where no maintained roads, permanent buildings, just primitive roads and trails.
That.
There you go. Bald.
What you going? Oh, in the back. You can't see.
Oh.
It's usually the top of a mountain. It doesn't have to be above a tree line, but there is no vegetation or trees at that point. Do not get stuck there during a lightning storm.
Base layer.
It's a layer of clothing that's right over your skin, the first layer down, and it usually regulates your body temperature. It's usually a wicking material that'll take sweat away from your skin, and it'll regulate your body temperature. Usually like a merino wool type thing.
Merino wool is awesome. Bear box.
It's a box. Usually it's a big metal box. It looks kind of like a mini dumpster. They're usually near shelters, and you can put your food in there instead of having to hang your bear bag. And it usually has a locking device, but you really got to make sure there's no mice living in it because there can be.
Wow. Blowdown.
I don't remember.
A tree or a shrub that's fallen across the trail.
Oh, so it could be like a widowmaker too, right? Wouldn't that be a blowdown?
Kind of would be. Yeah,
okay.
Could be. Cairn.
I caring a lot about you, baby. It's a pile of rocks, usually designed to mark a trail where you can't put a blaze.
Navigational markers, usually on balds or on rocky areas where there, like she said, there is no trees to mark blazes on.
Yeah, and please don't make your own because you can get people all kinds of freaking lost.
All kinds of confused. Cob knocker.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a knob cocker. Knob knocker. It's when you're the first person on a trail and you get to get all the face plants into the spider webs. That's why it is perks to being not the first person and lagging behind.
Cowboy camping.
That's when you camp under the stars and with no enclosure, no tent, just you.
Generally a sleeping bag on the ground, and
it's called a hell of a lot of mosquito bites.
Yeah, wouldn't want to do that, but there's a lot
not
of bugs
Florida.
around. Cryptosporidium.
Isn't that something Harry Potter says in him?
Some kind of
it's some kind of nasty parasite or germ in water sources that'll give you the for days. Not a fun time. That's why you need the Aquamira.
Yep, waterborne pathogen is a parasite commonly found in lakes and rivers, especially where the water is contaminated with sewage and animal waste. DWR.
Driving while recreating? I have no idea.
DWR stands for durable water repellent that's applied to camping gear, tents, bags, things like that to keep the water repellent.
Smart.
46er.
That's somebody that has accomplished and hiked over all 46 peaks of the Adirondack Mountains in New York, and my boss's husband actually has done that.
The better known peakbagging milestones. Yes.
Peakbagging.
Peakbagging.
Yes.
And so let's go ahead and
jump
say
to peakbagging.
Do we even have peakbagging?
We do.
Peakbagging.
Sounds like something not Family friendly.
Chasing your personal checklist of peaks. Organized peak bagging lists such as White Mountain 4,000 footers are popular in a number of clubs that promote and recognize peak bagging accomplishments.
Like the 46ers.
Like the 46ers. Not to be confused with the
49ers.
Team.
That's the
49ers.
That's the football team.
Back to 14er.
14er is basically statutory rape.
That's peak baggers pursuing the Colorado mountains or any other mountains exceeding 14,000 foot in elevation.
Okay, 14 will get you 20 though, people.
Yep. Giardia.
Giardia is another nasty parasite. It's usually in still water that has no current to it, standing water. Dogs get it a lot because they drink out of puddles. It also gives you the nasty shit experience.
Symptoms include stomach cramps, diarrhea, bloating, loss of appetite, and vomiting, also known as backpacker's worst nightmare.
Yes.
Backpacker's curse. Glissade.
My life. Oh wait, that's a facade. A glissade is basically going down a mountainside in the snow, basically on your butt. Sounds like fun, actually.
Yep. Glonk.
I don't know.
A term for an unaware hiker that doesn't realize that uphill hikers have the right of way for people coming down.
Don't be a glonk.
Don't be a glonk. Hiker box.
Oh, a hiker box is where you stop. It's usually near a shelter or possibly, a trailhead, and it's where other hikers will place items that they don't have a use for, or maybe they're weighing their pack down too much for other hikers to take.
Unwanted food, unwanted items.
Just don't hog everything in the hiker box.
Hiker hunger.
That's something you get on a daily basis.
Empty feeling in your stomach that results from eating 4,000 calories a day but burning 6,000 calories a day. After about a month in the trail, it becomes difficult to carry enough food to keep yourself feeling full.
You never feel full.
Hiker midnight.
Same thing as old people midnight.
9 p.m. Which time most thru hikers go to bed.
Or old people like us.
Hostel.
How you get when you get hiker hunger. It's basically, it's kind of like an Airbnb for hikers. It's usually located near a trailhead. You can spend the night there. Sometimes they have bunks. They provide shuttle service. Sometimes they have a resupply. You can charge your equipment there. So it's basically a budget Airbnb for hikers.
Kind of, yeah. That's kind of what it is, yeah. JMT.
John Muir Trail, my dream.
John Muir Trail, JMT, short for the John Muir Trail, is a long-distance hiking trail located in California in the
Sierra Nevadas. That's where you got to bring a wag bag, though.
And it extends over 210 miles, traversing through Yosemite, Kings Canyon, Sequoia National Parks, and shares 160 miles with the Pacific Crest Trail, too.
I knew that.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Puffy.
What I get when I'm out on my keto diet.
Another name for a down jacket. It's called the Puffy.
Okay.
Purist.
The people that landed on Plymouth Rock. Oh wait, that's Puritans. Puritans.
Yep. It's a term that's often used condescendingly. A purist is a hiker who believes that every mile of an official trail should be hiked in order for it to be considered a through hike.
Shout out to masochists.
Masochist. All right. Slackpacking.
Oh, that's when you want to be lazy and you want to do a trail without your pack. So basically, you'll leave it with someone, either a shuttle service or a hostel, and you'll do a portion of the trail without a pack at all, and then they will meet you at another destination and return your pack to you.
The short version of that is through hiking without your backpack while someone transports it to your end destination for the day.
Do that.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Tree line.
A tree line is the top of the trees. You can usually see it from the top of a mountain. Mountains are usually above a tree line.
It's the point of elevation on a mountain above where the climate no longer supports tree growth.
Or, yes.
Yeah. Bowel Trowel. That's one of our terms.
That's what I affectionately call our little tiny orange shovel to dig our cat holes.
Or any trowel that you use to dig cat holes with, we actually affectionately call a bowel trowel, or that Elise actually came up with that one.
Bowel trowel.
If you have any other terms that you heard that we haven't covered in either one of these videos, part 1 or part 2 of hiking terms, let us know in the comments below. If there's any terms that you've made up yourself, let us know those too. And if you like this kind of content, please hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we upload new content. And until then, we'll see you outside.